African cultures, it is believed that a visitor will be attracted to a particular house from the look of the front yard. This equally happens in the case of countries and their capitals. Capital cities are carefully chosen to be large and beautiful. Africa is made up of 54 countries, each having its capital city. A few countries on the continent even have more than one capital. Even though most African countries are termed as developing, their capital cities thrive to go beyond that. This video will give you a glimpse of the 10 most beautiful capital cities in Africa. 1. Algiers, the capital city of Algeria. Algiers is the capital city of Algeria. Lined with tall Haussmannian buildings and boulevards, it possesses a modern ancient scenery that is pleasing to the eye. However, Algeria itself is a blend of culture and architecture. The country sandwiches European and Arab traits in a typical African setting. Algiers clearly possesses this feature too. The city is referred to as the Paris of the North. An estimated 2.6 million people live in Algiers alone, according to the World Population Review website. The city opens up to a beautiful view of the Mediterranean on its northern end. Beyond that, it hosts a number of world-class businesses and services. 2. Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. Kenya's capital city Nairobi is a 696 square kilometers area of a typical African landscape. Its terrain is an adventurous layout that is ravished by tourists. Also, Nairobi is blessed with an abundance of fauna found in wildlife reserves. The Nairobi National Park is even described as the world's only wildlife capital. It has about 100 mammal species and 400 migratory and endemic bird species. Nairobi is home to over 4.9 million people. The indigenous culture of the people is displayed live in the Bomas of Kenya. Further down the city, collections of old trains and ships at the Railway Museum revive the memories of development in Kenya. The Kazuri bead factory, which produces small and beautiful gift items, and the Kenyatta International Conference Center serve as two other important landmarks. 3. Addis Ababa, the capital city of Ethiopia. Addis Ababa, believed to mean new flower, is another impeccably beautiful capital city in Africa. It is located at the center of Ethiopia and has a population of over 4.4 million people. One of the city's biggest features is a network of roads that lead to other Ethiopian cities. The mountainous lands around it also form a peculiar backdrop against tall buildings and shopping centers. Talking about shopping, Addis Ababa has one of the largest open-air markets in Africa. It is known as Mercato. The city's streets also hold their own wonders in the form of monuments that tell a particular story. The Dreg is set as a reminder of North Korea's presence in Ethiopia. 4. Tunis, the capital city of Tunisia. Like most capital cities, Tunis is the largest city in its home country Tunisia. It hosts the annual Carthage Film Festival, CFF, a celebration that has grown to attract foreigners from all over the world. If that doesn't fascinate you, the city's thermal baths, the Al Zaytuna Mosque, or one of the many attractive markets will. 5. Praia, the capital city of Cape Verde. The capital city of Cape Verde is Praia. It also doubles as the country's largest city. Praia is translated to mean beach in Portuguese, and the city lives up to that name, thanks to its location on Santiago Island. Even though the capital city is relatively small, it is the center of commerce and business activities in Cape Verde. Attractive sites in Praia include the 19th-century presidential palace, the monument of Diogo Gomes, who discovered the island, the ethnographic museum, and many more. Nightlife at Praia is also revealing. It glows with culture and great food. 6. Cape Town, the capital city of South Africa. It might amaze you to know that Cape Town is one of 3 capital cities in South Africa. Legislative functions are carried out here. The other 2 capital cities are Pretoria and Bloemfontein. These host executive and judicial activities respectively. Cape Town is called the Mother City. Its 4.6 million inhabitants definitely find it to be so. The name was reportedly gotten from a legend in 1930 where the city was first described as a metropolis. Cape Town is a 300 square kilometers coastal city on the southwest end of South Africa. It is dotted with landmarks. One of such big sites is Table Mountain, a 1,086 meters high feature next to the city. The mountain offers an incredible all-around view and is easy to reach, thanks to a network of cable cars. 7. Cairo, the capital city of Egypt. Egypt is an archaeological heaven. It is home to countless tombs, sculptures, and remains of the ancient Egyptian kingdom. The country's capital city, Cairo, which also doubles as its largest city, is a tourist attraction for the same reason. Cairo is famous for the Giza Pyramid complex. Also, it holds the leftover of the ancient city of Memphis. Aside from featuring history, Cairo's 500 square kilometers area shows off desert land, lush vegetation, and metropolitan areas. The Nile River also slices through the city, creating an incredible sight. If that is not enough, Cairo has museums, a racetrack, and a 187 meters high spectacle, the Cairo Tower. 8. Windhoek, the capital city of Namibia. Windhoek's red roofs and brown trees make a radiant sunset scene. A closer look at the capital city shows a unique pattern of development inspired by German, Afrikaan, and British cultures. For instance, there is the Heroes' Acre. This part of the capital is developed to celebrate the country's independence. Windhoek also offers warm native arts and crafts displayed in stores at the Namibia Craft Center. The name Windhoek is translated from the Afrikaan language to mean windy corner. However, it is difficult to simply breeze through a city offering scenic drives at the Caribou Safari. There is a whole lot to see at the National Museum of Namibia, including lunch with giraffes at the Voigtland Guesthouse. 9. Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria. Abuja is the spectacular capital of the West African country Nigeria. It sits on a large 1,769 square kilometers area at the center of the country. A monolith, Aso Rock, creates a popular backdrop across most of the city. It also marks the Three Arms Zone, which holds the presidential, legislature, and judiciary buildings. Abuja is laced with wide roads, a number of parks including the National Children's Park and Zoo, one major stadium, and a host of world-class shopping and luxury centers. 10. Luanda, the capital city of Angola. Luanda easily provides an exotic city experience with the added option of a nice beach time. It is located west of the South African country Angola. Exciting places to visit include the Palacio de Ferro, which translates as Iron Palace, and is believed to be designed by the famous French engineer Gustave Eiffel. There's also the Fortaleza de São Miguel. Once a fortress, the historic location now serves as a museum for the remembrance of the armed forces. The monumental church, Igreja de Nossa Senhora de Nazaré, can also be seen among a number of skyscrapers. That's all for today's video. I hope you have found it very informative. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Bye, see you next time.